Curiosities about Avatar 2. Avatar is a movie set on a moon, Pandora, inhabited by humanoids, called Nausicaa. Humans cause conflicts in one of their clans, because they want a mineral that could solve energy problems on Earth. Humans selected for the Avatar program have their minds transported into cloned bodies of the Nausicaa. Jake Sully is a Marine who was selected to integrate into their culture and learn their customs, as well as how to gather relevant information, in case a fight between the humans and the Nausicaa is necessary. James Cameron is the director of the Avatar saga. The first installment was published in 2009. And now, more than a decade later, Avatar 2, The Sense of Water will be released on December 16, 2022. The film will last 190 minutes, 3 hours and 16 minutes. And in addition to this installment, the plans at the moment are to take this saga up to the 5th film, although it has only officially been confirmed up to the 3rd. Cameron affirmed that carrying them out will depend on the reception of the public. A curiosity is that all the sequels are being filmed simultaneously. In fact, the 3rd is already in post-production and Avatar 4 and 5 are still filming. The total cost of the 4 sequels shot simultaneously is estimated to be $1 billion. The plot of the film follows that of the previous installment and tells the story of the Nausicaa as protagonists and humans as antagonists. In this sequel, we will be able to observe a new unique sign language. Mostly, the story will be about the Sully family and how they have to fight to stay together. They will also have to fight against a new clan, the Metkayina. The performance of several actors from the first film was confirmed that their characters have died, and one of the theories made by fans is that they will play other clones again. However, there is another theory made for the character of Sigourney Weaver, since she died near the Tree of Souls that links all the beings of Pandora in a kind of neuralgic network, that her character would return almost as a voice in the heads of the others. Characters. James Horner, the musician responsible for the incredible soundtrack of the first installment, will no longer be able to take part in it, even though he has signed the contract, because he suffered an unexpected plane crash. An Avatar theme park was built at Disney in Florida, where you can observe the fauna of the Pandora jungle. This park also has 2 large attractions. Although the first installment was produced by Fox, Disney bought the rights to the saga and is taking care of the production of the sequels. As marketing for the new installment, they have chosen to temporarily remove the first film from the Disney catalog and re-release it in theaters with a restored version. The main difference between the previous installment and the current one is the setting. This installment has several scenes shot underwater, while the previous one is shot mainly in a jungle environment. In order to achieve the underwater shoot and the level of realism that James Cameron wanted for the film, they had to overcome several technical challenges. The actors had to learn to hold their breath for up to 5 minutes in a specific suit for underwater motion capture. Since 2016, there has been a rumor that Avatar 2 will be shown in theaters, revolutionizing 3D for the second time, but this idea was losing strength as they perceived the costs that movie theaters would have to invest in order to achieve this feat. Glasses-free 3D is possible through hologram projection with RGB lasers and has already been produced on Nintendo's 3D console. Another challenge that has occurred when trying to implement this innovation was that in the case of the console, it is made to project different images for each person's eye, since in a movie theater they would have to do several different projections. However, it has managed to improve the quality of 3D with a hyperrealistic 48 frames per second frame rate. Another problem they had was with the hyperrealism that was desired in the more fantastic scenes, flying and swimming, but not in the more mundane ones. The main problem is that theaters cannot reproduce the same film in 2 different frame rates. What they did was double the frames for they to play twice in the 24 frames per second scenes and get the desired reaction from the viewer. Thus the entire film is projected at 48 frames per second, but these scenes are at 24 frames per second. The water generated various distortions in the captured images, therefore a technique had to be developed that could promote better image quality. All the technical difficulties of the production of the film delayed its release date up to 7 times, and instead of publishing it in 2010, it will now be released in 2022. Tell me, are you going to see Avatar 2 in theaters?